Well, welcome to the Heavy Metal Hideaway. This is April 2nd, Saturday, and I wanted to talk to you about something about your caloric burn rate. I like to call it the caloric burn rate. Everybody has different names for it. Having to do with the food we eat, how much food we eat, when we eat it, how many times a day we eat it, and then why. Why do I have to eat 5, 6, 7 times a day? Well, the answer lies in your caloric burn rate, your daily burn rate. So for me, that number is somewhere around 3,000, 3,200 calories a day. For others, it might be significantly less than that, and for others, it might be more than that. But what it all has to do with is our age, our sex, our height, our weight, and how many times a week we exercise, whether our exercise is vigorous or it's kind of like laid back and lackadaisical, like you see some people come into the gym and they'll work out for maybe 20 or 30 minutes, or they're going to walk 20 minutes on a treadmill or 30 minutes on a treadmill and leave and say they've exercised. Okay, so you kind of have to know if the exercise is vigorous exercise or not. So I kind of did this little chart here. What I based this on was a 40-year-old female, 5'5". I used 170 pounds. We made her slightly overweight. And she works out 1 to 3 times a week, moderate exercise, not crushing it, okay? And we came up with a caloric burn rate of, I think our caloric burn rate for her was 21 or 2,200 calories. But her goal caloric burn rate would be 1,800 calories. Why? Well, she wants to lose some weight. So she doesn't want to eat to maintain her weight, she wants to eat to lose weight. That's rainy here coming down on the hideaway here. So what we did was like, all right, so she's got to burn that many calories to lose weight. If you go significantly below that, your metabolism will slow down. If you go significantly above that 2,200, it's going to hurt your metabolism and that it will bog down, okay? So what I kind of liken it to is a campfire. This is a shitty campfire I drew, but basically the campfire, keep the campfire burning, you have to constantly put on a little bit of wood at a time. You'll get the thing really hot and burning. You put on a little bit more wood, but you put on a little wood every hour or so and the campfire stays lit and stays strong. If you put on a whole bunch of wood all at once and look at it, it's going to smother it. It's going to smolder. It might even go out. And of course, if you don't put enough, the fire is going to not even light up. It won't light up strong at all. So if you wake up in the morning, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, that's time to have a meal. Okay? That's meal one. And since your stomach usually empties about every 3 hours, okay, 3 hours from 6, you really want to eat another meal. So now we're eating at 9 a.m. All right. Another 3 hours beyond that is noon. The noon meal, okay? 3 hours beyond that, we get to 3 p.m. 3 hours beyond that, 6 p.m. And you could even go 3 hours beyond that and make another meal at 9 p.m. I have 11 p.m. up here because some people stay up late at night. You're going to have a little something before you go to bed, whatever. But what we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 to 7 meals that we have to feed your metabolism. All right, this is your metabolism, the campfire. So you feed your metabolism every 3 hours, and this stays hot and burning. Your metabolism stays running. So that means that fat will continue to burn, muscle will continue to build, you'll become stronger, and everything will be good, okay? As soon as you start cutting out meals, all of a sudden, the fire goes out. The metabolism stops, the fat burning stops, the muscle building stops. And you can't just catch up If you find yourself, let's say if we're doing 6 meals at 300 calories a meal, you can't go 300, 300, 300 and say, oh shit, like I'm short like 900 calories. You can't do that. I'm short 1,000 calories. You can't do that. Because once you dump 1,000 calories into your system, at 9 p.m., you've overloaded your system, you've eaten more than your body can handle, you're going to wind up going to bed with food in your stomach, too much food in your stomach, and instead of burning those calories and putting those calories to use, your body's going to store them as fat. And for everybody, it kind of goes in different places, okay? So this is why we say, at least in bodybuilding, you want to eat 6 times a day. You have some bodybuilders that get up at start working out at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They go to bed late at night. They'll eat 7, 8 times a day, trying to squeeze in 3,500, 4,500 calories or more. So they're eating meals like 5, 6, 700 calories a meal to try and get all their numbers in. At my age, 62, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to be able to handle that much food. I won't be digesting that much food, no matter how hard I work out. All right, but that's why it's so important to space out your meals every 3 hours. You may find that after about 2.5 hours, you're getting hungry. That's about the time you want to find out, okay, what am I doing for food, okay? As far as fast food is concerned, you may want to avoid it almost all of the time, but if you're caught on the road and you're like, you know, I'm due for my food now, I don't have anywhere to go, I don't have my food with me, I don't have my cooler with me, I'm 2 hours from home, what am I going to do? You may find yourself rationalizing, okay, you're going to try and rationalize that double cheeseburger, which is about 400 calories and about 22, 23 grams of protein. You're going to find yourself rationalizing it, but just don't do that often, because that kind of grease and nasty ass food is going to kill your gains. It's going to kill it, all right? Just can't do that often. I'm going to use the word often. All right, so that's it from the Heavy Metal Hideaway tonight. I just want to throw that out there to you, explain the caloric burn rate. Very, very important. The last meal we try to have here at night is something really simple, 3, 4, 5 eggs. That way we don't get in any more than 200, 250 calories. That's a whole bunch of protein and very little carbs or no carbs. All right, so eggs, if you're gonna have a little something before you go to sleep, eggs is the thing to do. Sometimes even before a show, egg whites are like the leanest possible thing you can do. All right, any questions, please send them to us. Don't forget to like, please subscribe and share our video so that more and more people get to see it. It's all good information. It's all information that we use. It's tried and true. All right, thanks. Have a good night.